Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you guys another video. I got some Black Ops 3 gameplay from my boy Thick Glutes. I just want to give a shout out again to Thick Glutes and E50-150. These guys supply me with Call of Duty gameplay. Trust me, you'd be getting nothing but Dead by Daylight gameplay if it wasn't for these guys. So everyone, just, I don't know, just leave a kind comment for both of these dudes in the comment section. If they ever stream or need anything plugged, I got their back. I really, really appreciate this because I'm just Call of Duty'd out. Even the good ones like Black Ops 3 here. Just Call of Duty out. I was actually warned by Glutes not to play Black Ops 3 because the security update they did didn't really work. I wanted to check it out and actually bring you guys some content on it because I love Black Ops 3, but he warned me, like, don't do it. You can get your, PC, like, hacked, essentially. So, fair warning to anyone with that. Be very careful. But I digress. We are here not to talk about Black Ops 3 so much. We are here to talk about Call of Duty 2023. Before I get into that, though, I want to cover some quick controversy. So, as you guys know, I don't really have a lot of beef with anyone anymore. Like, I've really mellowed out as I've gotten older, and I just don't have time to be arguing and having fanboy wars where nothing really gets resolved, and it's just drama, and it's just a pain in the ass and a headache. I've kind of just quit that, like, just altogether, I'm done with it. But he was on my podcast as of a few months ago, 2-3 months ago, and nobody was really on his side in the comment section. It was like, I've never seen so much just disdain for someone's opinion as in that video. But regardless, there may be someone from my community messing with him. It's definitely not me. I don't like the guy. I really don't like Hutch. We're just oil and water. But I don't want to see him, like, suffering, monetary-wise, monetization-wise. It's not cool. Nobody should have to go through some YouTube issues and YouTube hoops. So if somebody from my community is fucking with him in that regard, please stop. It's not worth it. Leave the guy alone. And that's really about it. I had a really bad take as well. I actually apologized to him because it looked like he was view-botting from the article I read, and people were baiting me into saying, like, oh, he's accusing you of doing it and all that. And again, it's just fucking stupid drama, man. I may take a break from Twitter and Instagram and my socials. If you guys just followed me on there, like, sorry, but it's just social media does this. You get misinformed, you say something, and then it's like, oh wait, there's like a different side of the story. That's social media in a fucking nutshell. Colossal waste of time. Unless it's Call of Duty, and that's where social media is pretty handy. And I will continue to use Twitter to browse. So if you guys see something on Twitter or Instagram, tag me in it, like relating to Call of Duty, I mean, and I will check it out and maybe make a video on it. And this is something of the sort in today's video here. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. So Call of Duty 2023, we have some details, some grim details, if I may be so bold. So according to COD MW2 Informer, the Call of Duty 2023 beta starts October 6th and ends October 16th. Now, if this is actual, like, true news, then I want to say that please do not be fooled. This is not a beta. Betas don't come out less than a month before the game comes out. The games usually launch early November. This is not a beta, guys. This is a demo. The beta is essentially just giving you the best of what they have to offer. It's going to be all downhill from here. You know the story. I came back 4 years ago to YouTube. I was a pretty much a failing Twitch streamer. I don't even care to admit that. Like, I suck as a streamer, truthfully. But I came back as a failing Twitch streamer to YouTube because I was so fucking pissed at the direction Call of Duty was going. As someone who was a big fan of Black Ops 4, I know that's probably sacrilege to some of you guys, but I loved Black Ops 4. I thought it was a great game. It wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed it. And I saw what they were doing with MW 2019, and I was just livid, man. I came back, and here we are now, 4 years later. I've kind of developed my own little niche, carved out a little niche, and now we have more people than ever kind of parroting what I've been saying since the beginning. And by the beginning, I mean 4 years ago. Call of Duty is in a really bad state, and I've been trying to tell you guys, like, this is why I've been bitching as far back as 4 years ago. If you don't call this shit out, it's just gonna get worse. And now we're at a point where it's really fucking bad for about everyone, even casual players, the people they're trying to market to. But wait, it gets worse. Now, there's an article about COD 2023, and this is kind of what we know so far. This is by Jack Marsh on GG Recon. Call of Duty 2023 could be the most expensive game ever. I just want to kind of paraphrase this article. I may read it verbatim, but I'll give full credit here. I don't want to just read the dude's words and not give him a link in the article here. So But he says, we all know that the Call of Duty franchise has quite the reputation for splashing the cash and in turn squeezing the pennies from the players' wallets. But according to the CMA, Call of Duty 2023 could have the biggest war chest that the video games industry has ever seen. I'll skip ahead a little bit. He says Call of Duty 2023 was reconfirmed in Activision's early quarterly report, masking over the millions of players flocking away from the franchise. Now, though, the CMA has worked out that the developers could match the maximum game spend and marketing budgets that AAA studios have ever made, which works out at just shy of $1 billion. Billion with a B for Call of Duty 2023. Now, I'm not going to read the rest of this article. I'll just kind of link you, but there's an interesting little snippet here. It says Cyberpunk 2077 remains the highest budget game ever. Do you guys remember when Cyberpunk 2077 launched? Do you recall that? Yeah. Guess what? It launched to critical disdain, essentially, because it was an unfinished fucking game. If you see this article and you say, wow, they're going to have more budget than ever, you're falling for the same goddamn trick they pulled this past year with Modern Warfare Deuce, where they said it's going to be the most advanced Call of Duty of all time with over 3,000 devs on hand. Cyberpunk 2077 is solid proof that budget doesn't fucking matter. Just like I said that 3,000 devs didn't matter. Just like I said that 3 years of development time does not matter. None of this shit matters if the game isn't fun. Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare Deuce are not fun games. And I'm not just saying that. That's a pretty objective opinion because they've lost like 14 million players across Activision titles, considering Modern Warfare Deuce is the newer title, considering Warzone 2 is their bread and butter. They should not be losing any players. These two games, as well as DMZ, by the way, were hyped to hell and back. And they're already dead in the water. We've reached a point in Call of Duty's like yearly cycle. Like I've noticed every single year I cover these games, right? It doesn't matter if the game's like really fucking bad, kind of fucking bad like Cold War, doesn't really matter. I've noticed that Call of Duty now, around spring to summer, is just dead. Yeah, there's people I watch on YouTube, and like every single year it's the same thing. Like I watch Marksman, I watch Nero primarily, I watch Thunder. All these guys, every single year, around spring to summer, you know, there's nothing really to do. There's nothing really to talk about. We're kind of just scratching our heads waiting on the next Call of Duty because these games have no staying power. Modern Warfare 2, Deuce, was supposed to change that. You know, like it didn't. They fucking lied to us, essentially. They all but lied to us. I mean, they flat out lied to us before, so why not just go the full Monty and say, hey, we kind of hinted this would be a 2-year game, but it's not. Fuck you, you know? I feel like a lot of people were baited with that very, very, I don't know, egregious rumor that Activision did not deny, by the way. So they all but said it again. Like a lot of leakers said that this was supposed to be a 2-year game. It was initially, but they never said anything, so they could change it later if they wanted. Well, now, like, your cosmetics are pretty much gone after this year. Yeah, you can use them in Warzone 2, but what about those cosmetics in Warzone 1? They didn't bother to port them over because they wanted you to buy new cosmetics on this game. These motherfuckers are obsessed with microtransactions. Look, man, a lot of people can come onto this video and they can come onto my channel and they do it all the time, every single day, and they'll say I'm mean or I'm a dick or I need to play something else or whatever. But guys, when it comes down to it, I am mean. Yeah, I'm fucking mean. I'm angry at these devs. I'm angry at Activision because they're actively ripping people off. You can't tell someone, or at least not tell someone, that this is going to be a 2-year game and then not follow through with it. You know, if people buy skins expecting this game to have some staying power, and then it doesn't, that's literally like robbery. I don't know what to tell you other than that's ripping your fucking customer base off. Do you agree? I will be a dick because I'm trying to be nice to the consumer. I don't care about the billion-dollar fucking company. I don't care if I get blacklisted or whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, as far as I know, Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman are becoming skins for Warzone 2, Call of Duty, or whatever. And they don't play the fucking game. And they've publicly trashed the game because it's shit. So the way I see it is it doesn't matter. I can say whatever the fuck I want. If I get as big as those guys one day, they're still going to pay me money to be in their shitty fucking game. So, yeah. That's all I really got to say about that. Guys, I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you want to see more and get notified of my uploads, and I will catch you on the next one. I want to suplex Joe Secott through a honey-baked ham that's been sitting in the sun for several days and has become quite disgusting, slimy, and filled with mold. Peace out.
Here's some parting advice.